Yeah. So property funds are dead. And look, guys, do I believe property funds are dead? Do I believe property funds are dead? You know, this says UK unfrozen property funds see more than 300 million in October outflows. Yeah. Basically, what they're talking about is property funds, which is where you pay money into a pension, you know, and then that pension invests into a property fund that buys property and works it that way. The question is, you know, are these things dead? Well, do you know what? I put that headline there and I'll be using that headline for a little while now. Why? Because it seems every change that happens to buy to let, people say, oh, buy to let's dead. Well, I've been hearing this for 20 years. You know, in fact, I've been hearing this back in Australia. I've been hearing this, you know, investment property is dead. You know, it's the same headline. It's just headline grabbing. The reality is property funds are here. They're here to stay. They're actually going to get even bigger because with build to rent and things like that, these sort of schemes. Yeah, they've got 300 million, but actually, if you look at the billions that is invested, 300 million is like, you know, not even worth even worrying about. So, you know, I think this is where headlines can be deceiving. You know, property funds aren't dead. Buy to let isn't dead. You know, yes, okay, right now, lots of things are struggling to make the returns they were. But if you look at over a long period of time, I mean, over my whole career, we've gone from where you could earn 15%, 10 to 15%, and that was kind of the accepted norm, down to sort of where you've got, you know, 5 to 8%, down to where now you sort of could be looking at, you know, 3 to 5% is what you'd be expecting, you know, and that, you know, if that's the long-term trend, then we're heading to where actually, you know, virtually, you know, our growth will be smaller and it's been squeezed. You know, I mean, it's interesting, but if you look at the way back, I showed you the money supply thing, and it had 9 different. If you look since 1960, there's been 9 recessions. Those 9 recessions happen on average every 6.6 years. Yeah, which is interesting because that means recessions are happening more often, but they're not as bad. Now, the thing with a recession, and what I've found being through 3 of them now, okay, is that they're really bad if you lose your job, if your business falls over, if you do that. Yeah, they're inconvenient for most other people, but then some people boom in a recession. So, you know, it's not a case where these recessions are the worst thing on the market. Actually, we talk about zigzag, we talk about contrarian theory, we talk about, you know, when everyone's doing this, you do this. So you've got to find the opportunity now. And I think that's one of the key things, you know, is where are the opportunities now? And if you've got the, you know, if you've got the education, if you've got the experience and you've got the emotions in check, you can really make some money now because of the opportunities that are there. And, you know, we're seeing them all the time now. Yeah. It doesn't mean that you're seeing huge price drops. We're not seeing huge price drops. Yeah, we're seeing down values and things like that here and there and all that around the place. But that's more because, not because there's been necessarily a down value, it's because, you know, someone's been instructed to down value everything and they're just playing that game. You know, it's more of a cover your ass, you know, CYA than an actual reality of what's happened in the market. The market's gone up about 5 to 7%. You know, we'll see what happens, you know, this month, next month, because, you know, October was a bit of a, you know, we weren't expecting it to continue to grow, and it has continued to grow. And potentially, well, we'll see what happens with November now with the lockdown. But yeah, be sure to subscribe and press the like button. And if you've got any, you know, questions, you can send them through to webinars@gladfish.com, and I'll be happy to record a video in response or include it in my weekly webinar, you know, weekly live stream, I should say. But anyway, guys, have a fantastic day, and yeah, don't forget, live with passion, and we'll see you real soon. Bye.